Oh, my Lord.
So what has you seeking asylum? Religious persecution? Leading a rebellion? Some sort of sex stuff?
Welcome to Trekcast, ladies and gentlemen, the galaxy's most unpredictable Star Trek podcast. I'm Chad Waldo. That's Daniel Reyes. That's Dan Lombardo. I have to say it slowly because I'm still not awake. I should be. But whatever. So on the weekends anymore, my daughter's working, so I wind up getting up early with her around 5:30, 5:40 in the morning. I make a pot of coffee. We talk for a few minutes before she walks out the door and goes to work. She's got a 12-hour shift every weekend at the hospital.
Man.
So.
Good for her.
Don't they have child labor laws?
She's 19.
Oh,
So, yeah, no, good for her. Very proud of her. She's awesome.
That's good.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
Hey, is it like gray and gloomy there too? Because it's just like gray here.
It's called
cold,
it is over
it's
here.
gray.
It's called October.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not. It's sunny here, but it's about to be because it's going to storm starting around 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon and go all night and all day tomorrow. And at that point, it will finally be fall because yesterday it was 92. Today it's 80. Tomorrow it'll be like 65, and then we'll be gray and cold, and there you go. It'll actually be fall. It's usually like a one day. There you go, light bulb. It's all done.
Oh, I thought you were going to say that at 3 the storm was coming because the Chefs were playing.
They play at 7:20 tonight. They play at 7:20 tonight against the Buffalo Bills. So they're probably going to be playing in the rain. So that'll be interesting.
I was at training all week, and there were some Buffalo people there.
Are you guys getting ready to take Captain Kirk up to space?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
That was the training. I mean, I'm not really supposed to talk about that part.
Yeah. That's coming.
There were a bunch of Buffalo people there, and they kept talking about this game, and I kept thinking of Chad, and thinking I got to come up with some jokes and write them down, and I didn't, because all I could concentrate on was the fact that all of our outdoor training, it was either pouring or balls hot for October, and
Yep.
You know what would be a fun game is if Chad gave us like a quiz about like rules of sports and see if you and I could figure it out.
Yeah, I could do that from the top of my head.
Huh.
Yeah. Like, what's the blue line in hockey?
Oh, I don't know that. I don't know that. What does offsides mean in soccer? I still don't know.
Nobody knows.
Yeah, nobody knows. All I know is when it happens, you go down and pretend you're hurt.
That's correct.
Right.
That's correct.
That's every
every
soccer
soccer match, right? Every soccer match.
Yeah.
So, oh well. Yeah, that would be kind of fun. We could do that. All right, ready to get into the show?
Yeah, let's do it.
Chad's got somewhere to be.
No, I don't actually.
The final frontier. You're listening to Trekcast.
And with that, we are ready to go right into the news.
More sound effects.
Attention all hands. It's time for Star Trek news.
And with that, now we're.
Why are you so giddy?
No. I'm kidding.
That's what I said. Does he have somewhere to be?
No,
he's like moving
Did
things
Chad
along.
have all the sugar this morning? What happened?
No. I am literally like balls tired. I mean, it's just bad.
It's October.
I am.
Count Chocula's back on the shelf.
I am punchy.
That's what it is.
I am punchy. No, I don't eat that coffee. I am punchy. I was on the road all week this week, 5 days, 5 days, 4 nights, and
now he's drinking on the show.
I think, yeah.
Me too.
Yeah, I think I probably got.
I lived the life of Chad this week.
Yeah. Well, it was like the 3rd week in a row, and I think I got probably 4 or 5 hours of sleep each night. That was it. So.
Hey, I've been actually doing stuff this week too.
Cool.
Yeah, it's different for me. It's weird.
Yeah. You actually left your house? No.
No, I didn't leave that. Why would I do such things?
Yeah, come on. Let's not get crazy, Chad.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, should I do the news? Yeah, let's do that.
No, it's fine.
Whatever. Nobody cares.
Yes, we do. We all want to know what your
Yeah, I
Google
know.
search returned this morning.
Yeah, let's find out. So the first one is from trekmovie.com. And might as well get into this. New York City Comic Con happened this week, and it's still going on. And there was a Discovery panel. Actually, as we're recording this, probably towards the end of our show, there's going to be the Prodigy panel. So we'll have that next week.
Okay.
But yeah, Discovery happened yesterday, and they had a few of the actors on there, including Sneakle Martin Green, Anthony Rapp, Mary Wiseman, and Wilson Cruz, and a few others. Oh, Book, my new favorite, David Ayala was there too.
Yeah.
And yeah, so they talked about the show and what to expect. Once again, the universe is in peril, and only Michael Burnham can save him. So
And they need Michael Burnham and the Royal Canadian Mounted Police.
That's right, with their new uniforms.
Oh yeah.
That anomaly looks dangerous, eh?
Hey,
Hey,
put some maple syrup
I
on
was
it,
gonna
eh?
make the same joke. Yeah, everything goes better with syrup, eh?
Warp Factor 7, eh?
Hey.
Oh, jeez. Warp Factor 7, eh?
If they're not eating poutine on the back of the in the galley, I'm going to be very upset.
Of 5, 6, 7, 8.
There you go. So apparently the big threat is
Riker's Canadian.
Yeah, I know.
That's true.
So there's two reasons why I played that clip.
That was his band. That was his band in college. It was Will Riker and the Hosers.
And the Hosers, eh?
And the Hosers.
With those toques.
I wish Riker would start a ska band. That would be amazing.
Oh, man. A ska band. Holy crap.
God, I love ska.
You guys ever listen to The Great White North? That's where I thought of the toque thing from. Yeah.
Oh, it's going to be this kind of show. I can't even
announcements,
get
eh? Like,
Hey.
there'll be like free food in the cafeteria and some beers, eh?
So we learned a few things from the trailer.
What the fook is this all about?
Yeah. Apparently, so they released a new trailer with the panel discussion. And one of the things that was shown in the trailer is we actually got to see the Federation president.
Now, okay, so let's talk about her before we talk about what I really want to talk about in this trailer, because I actually, so there's a backstory to her that they've already released and talked about from those panels in that trailer. Did you guys hear it?
Is she Denobulan?
Nope, she's not Denobulan.
She's part Cardassian, part Bajoran, part human.
Yep.
Really?
So,
okay.
So that makes sense if you think of 1,000 years into the future from where we left off. That's actually kind of cool that they thought about blending those three specifically. That actually makes a lot of sense. I like that. I like that.
I like that too.
I like that a lot. So kudos to them.
Well, and I like it too because like it lets them redo those aliens a little bit without like getting rid of what we've seen in the past.
True.
Yeah.
It's just
True, which leads me
to
the next thing, because now we have leprechauns from space showing up as trolls again for the Ferengi.
That's right, we got Ferengi, Captain Ferengi. Yeah, they look different for sure.
He looks rough. He looks like he's seen some shit.
Yeah. Now
he's the John McClane of the Ferengi Empire.
Yeah.
Well, who knows? That could be a Ferengi Klingon hybrid. Who knows?
Could be.
I mean, Quark was going to get married there for a while.
That's right.
I mean,
that's right.
I guess from that standpoint, I'm upset, but I can't be too upset because it is 1,000 years, 940, whatever it is. It's
whatever. It's been a while.
It's been a long road getting from there to here, and all of their genetics have changed. Okay.
That's right, Archer.
I mean,
I'm sorry I'm late. I was watching the first Enterprise on the holodeck. You know, Archer and those guys. What a story. Those guys had a long road getting from there to here.
So, I mean, there is this real thing of genetic drift, and when you mix it between aliens, who knows, right? So I guess from that standpoint, I can't see. This is the thing. This is the thing again, right? These fucking writers. If if they hadn't screwed up the Klingons, then I probably wouldn't be pissed about the Ferengi because there's a logical explanation of 1,000 years of genetic drift. Okay, it makes sense.
Well, what are you pissed about with Ferengi?
He does not look like a. Can they just leave well enough? Can they just make a fucking Ferengi and not make a Ferengi a troll? His ears are pointed
I don't
and
know. He
slanted
looked
down. He's just. It doesn't.
Well, remember, a Ferengi without Latinum is no Ferengi
This
at all.
is true.
That's
And
true.
if he's in Starfleet, he doesn't have Latinum.
Yep.
There's that.
So he's no Ferengi
There's
at all.
that. So which Nog was in Starfleet too, and I love Nog and everything they did with Nog. So again, there's this weird dichotomy of I like what they did. It makes logical sense to me, but at the same time, I just know they're going to F it up just by looking at it because that's what they did to the Klingons. So.
Okay, here's my bigger
I'm wondering
question.
if they're going to explore it all. The
If
fact
they do, great.
that if Ferenginar is part of the Federation. I want to know, is Ferenginar part of the Federation, or is this a Ferengi serving in Starfleet? Because they're not the same
No.
thing.
Right.
Okay, we have
Right.
plenty of Bajorans in Starfleet, and they weren't part of the Federation. If they are part of the Federation, have they abandoned currency?
Well, remember, Rom took over at the end of DS9.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
So-
but Rom taking over and saying women can wear clothes. There he is, my boy Rom.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Rom taking over and saying that women can wear clothes, is a far cry from abandoning currency.
Right.
So,
Right. That's a big, big difference. And honestly, my question to you guys was going to be, does this guy even get one line of dialogue, or is
Yeah.
it just a quick glance? There's a new Ferengi and move on to the
Yep.
next.
Maybe.
Yep, that's probably what it is.
Maybe.
We're going to argue about it for a few months, and then
Uh-huh.
and then he's going to be crewman number 4.
Yep.
Exactly. Just there in a meeting, and that's it.
Which
Yeah.
again, so I'll preface what I'm going to say with the following. It's 1,000 years in the future. There's genetic drift. They can do all kinds of different changes. They can change up all kinds of stuff because it's been a freaking 1,000 years. That's a long time. I mean, a long time. So they can turn everything on its head at that point. They could even make the Klingons look human for crying out loud, because there's actually canon for going back and forth with that already. So I get all of that, but at the same time, it's kind of like, can we just make a show based off of the show instead of just making your show and slapping Trek on it? I mean, I feel like that's what's done with everything nowadays. And yes, I'm punchy, but I feel like that's what's done with everything nowadays. When they go and make a show, they make the show they want to make based off of the characters they want to see on the screen, and then they slap some other franchise name onto it. And it's not the same.
I mean,
thing.
as somebody who used to make TV shows, that is how TV works. You do make the show you want to make.
Well,
Yeah.
I get that, but I mean, like, there is a such thing as the franchise and the fan base, right? So
Yeah.
anyway,
No, I get what you're
yeah,
saying.
yeah.
I get what
So,
you're saying.
all right. Anyway, I'm done
Yeah.
with that, and I've put up a question on the screen: should women wear clothes? We'll see if anybody answers that. Did you guys go back and see the special, version of this from last
No,
week?
you couldn't.
No, I put it in Discord.
Oh, yeah, because you put it up. No, I
I
didn't.
put it in Discord.
No,
I was busy.
So
Why? What was the?
I just put in funny images along with stuff we were doing while we were talking about it, and now
Mm-hmm.
I'm just typing in text and asking questions as we're going through. It's really fun.
Great.
So
That you
they asked
can't
the actors to sum up the new season in one word. Sneeko Martin said honorable. Blue DeBarrio said dreamlike. David Ayala said endurance. Wilson Cruz took 3 words and said resilience through uncertainty. And Anthony Rapp said crucible. So, also we were told that Michael Burnham will have emotional toll throughout the season because she's just so freaking tired of all these goddamn snakes on the plane. She's just tired that she's just tired that every time the world's about to end and the galaxy's in peril and she's the only one to fix it. So that's an emotional toll for her. So neat. Next news story comes to us from KCal9 out of Los Angeles. And it is LeVar Burton named Grand Marshal of the 2022 Rose Parade.
Okay.
So he doesn't get to host Jeopardy, but he's going to be the Grand Marshal of the parade. So that's cool. He
This
said that
person was the Grand Marshal of the 2022 Rose Bowl. Who is
Mhm.
LeVar Burton?
That's
Someday
right.
that'll be a Jeopardy question.
it will be.
So commit that to memory.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he said that this was a big thrill for him, especially as a kid who grew up in Sacramento, California. The Rose Parade's a big deal. This will be the 133rd Rose Parade. The theme this year is Dream, Believe, and Achieve, which is funny because he dreamed about being the Jeopardy host and did not achieve that. That's right. Cold-blooded, baby.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And our last news story comes to us from Chad and Trekmovie.com. And it is Star Trek The Next Generation cast reunites for audiobook of Brent Spiner's fan fiction.
Yep.
So Brent Spiner's got a new book coming out, looks like next week. And we've already got some audio clips from the book. Fan fiction, it's a kind of like a noir type comedy, dark comedy. He says it is inspired on true events. Some of them actually happen, he says. But he got a lot of the Next Generation cast, including LeVar, Michael Dorn, Gates McFadden, Maria Sirtis, and Patrick Stewart, and Jonathan Frakes. So that's cool.
Yep.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
Dan trying to wave, or what's going on there?
No, I'm messing with the settings here. And
Oh, okay.
He's attenuating the shields
probably-
and the shuttlecraft.
probably
Yeah.
shouldn't.
Yeah. He might drop out.
Brent Spiner and Gates McFadden are going to hold an online discussion about the book on October 12th, so in a couple days. You can purchase the tickets for that on Unisom Events. The tickets will be about $35, which includes a signed copy of the book, so that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that is cool. That is cool.
Yeah. Yeah, to get to see it and get the signed copy. Yeah, so
Mhm.
neat. Yeah, so that's all we know about the book. I heard the clips; they were kind of fun. LeVar's in one of the clips. They're on SoundCloud. We'll post the story in the Discord and Facebook group so people can hear the clips. Pretty cool.
Yeah, I was supposed to find
So not-
This Is Your Daddy clip, and I didn't. I don't know what
Yeah.
happened to it. I'm gonna have to make another one. So.
Daddy went out for cigarettes.
Never came back.
Never came back.
Oh wow!
So this is not really
Cold-blooded, baby.
This isn't Trek related, but you mentioned New York Comic Con.
Yeah, go for it.
You know that excuse me, you know that I've been eagerly awaiting the Ghostbusters movie for
I've heard such things.
25 years.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
so I have a friend who was at Comic Con. He went to the Ghostbusters Afterlife panel, and once everybody was in there, they said there is no panel. We're just going to turn out the lights and show you the movie. So
Yeah.
he actually got to see the movie.
Jelly.
Total surprise. Yeah, I'm very jealous. Excuse me. He's a big fan as well, and he really liked it. So it's got me even more excited for it.
You know, it'd be really funny about that if they say that and they go, "Okay, yeah, we're just gonna our panel guys couldn't show up because of other things, so we're just gonna show you the movie. Hey, Dave, yeah, can you hit play on that? Oh, Bill, I don't have it. We'll just download it. Okay, and then everybody's just sitting there for 30 minutes waiting for it to download before they can hit play.
And then it's the 2016 one.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
exactly. Oh God, I'd kill somebody.
Speaking of watching movies, I saw the new James Bond movie last
Did
night.
you? Any good?
It's very good. I would say it's the best one since Casino Royale, but
Ooh,
Casino
that was
Royale is
good.
probably still better.
That was good.
Yeah, but it's good. It's really good.
I think Casino Royale is actually the last Bond movie I've seen. I haven't seen any in between.
You're probably better off.
Yeah.
I've never seen a James Bond movie.
Ever?
Really?
Even the
Never.
originals?
I mean, I've seen parts of them,
Ooh.
but I've never sat down and watched a James Bond movie.
No.
Excuse me.
You got to go watch the one with Pussy Galore, and I'm only saying that because I wanted to say
put
the
it
name
this way.
Pussy Galore.
Someday I'll decide if I'm going to watch Stargate or James Bond.
Watch Stargate.
And,
There you go. There you go. Yeah. Fun
Daniel,
fact
did you see? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was gonna say fun fact about the new James Bond series, or the Daniel Craig one. The guy who plays Q Q, also is the voice of Paddington. So, yes, that Q, Dan.
That cute. Yeah.
Not the Q. Not the one and
Yeah.
only John Delancey Q.
No.
But Q, who's
So did you?
inventor dude.
Did you see Venom?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, you get to go see all these movies, both you guys.
What did you think?
Really, all that mattered was that end credit.
Yeah,
that's
Which spoiler alert? Spoiler
yeah.
alert.
Spoiler alert.
Do I
Let's
even have a button for that anymore? I probably don't.
Warning! Nerd alert! Nerd alert!
No, spoiler alert.
I don't have
nerd
one.
alert.
Spoiler
I don't
alert.
have
Come
one.
on, man.
I'll make one. In my spare
I think
time.
that Sony's very happy that they won their contract dispute and they get to shoe in all their movies into the MCU.
I don't know if it means that.
All right, what happened?
I don't know if it means
Tell me
that.
what happened at the end credits.
All right, what happened in the end credits? Venom, Eddie Brock and the symbiote are on vacation together because Venom is a romantic comedy. It's not a superhero film.
It absolutely is.
It's a rom-com between him and the alien suit, and they're in a hotel, and they're having a conversation with each other, and all of a sudden everything shakes. The room shakes. Everything goes weird.
The conversation's important because the symbiote says that it has like a hive mind knowledge that all the symbiotes share memories across dimensions.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I didn't interpret it that way, but okay.
Yeah.
Basically, the two of them have, they share a body. There's two minds in one body that's created between the human and the suit. So they talk to each other in their head. Mm-hmm. And I took it as, I'm not letting you know everything that I know. And he kind of opens the floodgates and everything shakes and the room changes. And you kind of get the idea that they've shifted from one timeline to another. And suddenly the TV is on and you hear J. Jonah Jameson talking about Peter Parker being Spider-Man from the end of the last Spider-Man movie.
Oh,
so now they are in the same universe
as Tom Holland.
As Tom Holland. But what we don't know yet is, okay, are the Venom movies now part of the MCU, or do the events of the next Spider-Man movie pull Spider-Man out of the MCU and place him in the same universe as these other Sony movies? Mm-hmm. Because we know the next Spider-Man movie involves Doctor Strange or someone appearing to be Doctor Strange mucking with the timeline and the multiverse, and so
Mephisto. Okay, so there's where I'm confused. There's two movies coming out that tackle that exact same thing. One is the Spider-Man movie, and one is the Doctor Strange movie. They both tackle timeline and dimensional issues. So now all three of these are put together. If that's the case, then these have to be MCU
there's also a Mephisto movie. Not Mephisto.
Mephisto.
What's the guy?
I put that in your head.
Yeah, you did. You did. Mordred? Is that the other one? Mordred?
Morbius.
Thank you. Morbius.
Isn't it?
Morpheus.
Morpheus. Yeah, with the guy who played the Joker as a complete insane whatever.
Jared Leto.
Yeah, but that's not a Disney movie.
His band. He's awesome with his band, but as an actor, I can't take him. Anyway.
Oh really?
Yes.
Yeah.
But anyway, Morpheus, whatever. That's not a Disney movie. That's a Sony movie.
That's a Sony movie.
So,
did that movie ever come out? The Morpheus one, or whatever it is?
No.
No, it comes out
just hanging in its cave, waiting.
God.
It's coming out after Spider-Man because when I was in the theater to see Venom, they put a thing up and it was Venom, Spider-Man, and then Morpheus. So
I just got to stop.
I don't know. Maybe they sat down
and start watching some movies because I'm.
Well, think of it this way.
Sat down and just figured it all out that, okay, it's all going to be one universe. You make these, but, you have to have these elements, and we'll make these, but we have to have these elements.
Well, they had the time to do it, and if they didn't do it, they're just idiots because, I mean.
They did it.
Yeah.
Come on. It all has to be in the MCU. It can't just be,
right.
Sucked out.
But now think of it this way, though. Tom Hardy's going to be the only man to have taken on Picard, Batman, and Spider-Man.
Oh, man. Oh, man.
That's quite the legacy.
That is quite the legacy. That's really good. That's really good.
Yeah.
And the most important thing is I had the pretzel bites with the gooey cheese on it.
Oh,
the cheese
how were they?
So they were good.
Good.
They were good. I don't usually get those, but we were late for the movie.
Yeah.
And it was the only thing in the the turnstile, the warming turnstile thing. So I'm like, just give me those.
I'm more of a popcorn guy, but I only want it if they're actually popping it right then and there as I walk in.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's been there for 8 hours and is stale and crap.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's how I roll.
All righty.
All right, let's go to the feedback.
Hailing frequencies.
Open.
Meow.
Meow.
Meow. Meow, meow.
Meow, meow,
Meow, meow, meow.
meow.
So I posted in the group, questions, comments, and then I put a meme up, and it says one has to go: bacon, eggs, biscuits and gravy, or pancakes. This was quite the split decision, but overall, I would say biscuits and gravies was the loser.
Bye-bye.
Yeah. How about for you guys? What do you feel is the worst out of those four?
Biscuits and gravy.
Yeah, I agree.
God, you guys are
I agree.
fucking heathens. If any of those are going to go, it's going to be pancakes. I'd rather have my bacon, eggs, and biscuits and gravy. Pancakes is too sweet.
Oh man.
Pancakes is too sweet.
What the fuck is that all about?
It's about your health, eh? Like the maple syrup's good, but you can't live off it, eh? Like you gotta have some bacon, eh? My accent's horrible, but I threw it all in there. I mean,
Yeah, it is.
The fun thing is, so we have listeners from everywhere.
we do,
right?
We do.
Yeah.
And in this discussion of
We had a few Canadian listeners until today.
We just totally
Right,
killed
we
them.
did.
We just totally killed
we
them.
did.
They're listening,
But,
listening to the show
Dan
right now,
Smith-
going, "What the fuck is this?" That's not even close.
Yeah.
I don't know. Whatever.
Not like that, they're not.
Yeah.
I
So
can't.
so Dan Smith was like, wait a minute, like actual biscuits and gravies, or is that just a metaphor? And I had to explain, no, this is a real thing here in the U.S.
What?
Actual biscuits with actual gravy, and sometimes,
What's the metaphor? What?
I don't know, but he's never heard of such things.
Is biscuits and gravy the same thing as slapping them cheeks? I mean, somewhere else.
What?
No, biscuits and gravy actually means let's go, Brandon.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that today. Let's go, Brandon. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So Dan Smith was very confused by this and not knowing that it was a real food thing.
The world
Where's
is
he from?
completely upside
I don't know.
down when that kind of thing can be said on live TV. People go with it, and it's just they move on. Like there's no what in the hell. Anyway.
Yeah. Not America is what I've is where he's from.
Not America. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
America.
So yeah.
Merca.
We like our biscuits and gravy.
I imagine biscuits and gravy is also in Canada. Like,
Oh yeah.
if they've got poutine, for sure they've got biscuits and gravy.
Okay, poutine. What the hell is that?
Have you never heard of
Well, I'm
poutine?
thinking of polenta, but I don't think that's poutine.
No,
It's not grits. It's not a form of grits, is it?
no, poutine is probably even worse for you than biscuits and gravy.
No.
It's like a plate of French fries and like any bad thing you could possibly imagine put on it. Cheese or gravy
Oh,
and bacon. Like it's just a dump of just calories and heart attacks.
so it's basically an appetizer at Chili's then.
Yes. Yeah. I think generally it has gravy on it or near it at least, but yeah.
I thought we lost you there for a minute, Dan. You were so still. I thought you were gone.
Yeah.
I'm reading about poutine.
I thought he disappeared like the Drax.
Yeah.
He was
yeah.
so still. Yeah.
I'm so still.
That's right.
I become
I'm so
invisible.
still you can't see me.
Yeah.
Exactly.
No, I'm looking right at you.
So it's French fries, cheese curds, topped with a brown gravy.
There you go. That's the common one, but there's all sorts. Like
I think
it's
I have
like
actually,
anything else.
I think I have actually had that before, like as in ordered it with that name, but I think that was up north somewhere. Oh,
Well, yeah,
so-
Canada.
Well, no, I mean like Michigan.
Oh yeah, that tracks. That's close enough.
Close enough. I mean, Michigan is the hand.
I mean, I've had-
Canada.
I mean,
I've
Michigan
had
is the
French
Canada
fries
of
with cheese and
America.
gravy. I
Yeah,
didn't call it poutine.
yeah.
I mean, I've had it. You can get. It's pretty common in a diner. In diners here, I've heard them called disco fries.
Okay.
Disco fries.
But
I don't want.
yeah, I've
disco
heard
fries.
them called disco fries.
I don't want anything from disco at this point. Disco can go away, but disco.
It's the freedom from life fries because you'll just
It's coming
your
back at
arteries
some
will
point.
clog.
Everything comes back at some point.
And now I mean disco is in like the show.
Oh no, we got it.
Okay.
We got
it. We got it.
Am
Chad.
I
Yeah.
twisting
That was
it
not subtle.
too hard?
Yeah.
I discovered disco fries. I was in high school and I was at the
Mhm.
diner and I'm looking at the menu and I didn't know what I wanted. And I just turned to the waiter and said, "What do you suggest? What should I get?" And he said, "French fries with cheese and brown gravy." And I said, "Really?" And he said, "Yeah, it's great." I said, "Okay, bring me some of that." And it was good. It
Yeah.
All right.
was delicious.
That's poutine.
You took a chance.
Yeah.
So I tried the poutine and it was delicious.
Poutine.
Poutine. You said it wrong. Poutine.
That's right. It's poutine.
Poutine. I tried the poutine and it was great. Hoes and chains and swinging things.
What?
That's a song.
I don't.
That's a song. I won't
I
say the
got-
next line.
None of that made sense to me.
That's a song, and I'm not saying the next line. If you know it, you know why.
All right.
All right. Is that all for feedback?
I guess that's it for feedback.
Okay.
I don't think we got the answer of who won, which one was going to go, but whatever.
It was the
Oh,
Biscuits
biscuits
and
and
Biscuits and
gravy.
gravy.
Sorry,
Most people
I
were
totally-
against that.
yeah.
Pancakes was a distant second, but
Okay, and
those people are wrong.
Did we? Okay, so we had one coffee account donation, by the way, because we are still in feedback. I almost forgot there for a second. So,
Yeah.
Scott Strongbeard Boughton sent in a donation 2 days ago, and it says #Trekcast Chicago 2022. Hell yes.
Nice.
So, I mean, it's a drive for me of less than 8 hours, so I'm doing it, even if you two punk asses don't go.
I mean, I want to go to that place where they yell at you for getting a hot dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there's several places.
I
they
want
let
to.
you-
I want to use these airline credits that I've been shafted with. So
There you go.
You know,
Yeah. But you did get a credit of some kind, right?
I got a credit, but again, I haven't flown in 10 years.
Yeah.
Oh, upgrade them to first class. Do it right.
Yeah.
Well,
There you go.
We'll see.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, so we're getting into the topic.
Yeah. What is it?
Talking about Star Trek in this week's topic. Talking about the Star Trek in this week's topic.
And of course, the topic is lower decks.
Indiana Jones, food,
All of
sports
it.
ball,
Pretzel fries.
Whatever the hell we wind up talking
pretzel
about, right?
fries, ice cream.
Yeah.
I loved how the title of this week's show was in I don't know what language that was in. It didn't look like
Klingon?
Vulcan or Klingon though. It looked more like
I don't know.
Japanese to me, but
Mhm.
I don't know. That was kind of cool.
Yeah.
So it's the second to last of this season, right?
Yeah, we got to figure
Yeah,
out if we're going to
yeah.
watch the last one live or something. Like we said.
We could. I will. I am not on the road next week, so we could actually watch it live and stream it live. But we would have to do that. Well, okay. So I don't think we could. They would like it too much if we did that to YouTube.
Or anywhere. We can't stream the show. It's
Yeah.
got to be our reactions to it.
Well, we could actually stream it directly into Discord. Well, I take that back. I probably, if there was a way for me to download it, then yes, I could.
That's a good way to have legal problems.
That's true. That's true.
So
But there's no way to
let's not
download
do
it.
that.
So if you try to stream it and then show it somewhere, it blocks out the video and you just get the audio. So yeah, we'll have to watch it all at the same time on our own accounts and then have live
Mhm.
reaction to what we're watching. We could do live reaction in our voice comms on Discord very easily. If you're on Discord, there you are
Okay.
there. Very simple. Just everybody get on comms. We all hit play at the same time, and there you go. We're done. Very simple. It's all set
Okay.
up. You just have to be on the Discord. That's all.
Okay.
So in terms of anything else,
We'll have
that's
to,
it.
we'll have to figure it out. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that's basically how you would do
Okay.
a watch along if we were going to watch an old episode of TNG or anything else. Everybody would have to hit play at the exact same time. We'd count down 3, 2, 1, play. And you'd
Mhm.
hear it, right? You could hear it, but we'd all be reacting to it at the same time.
I think the most fun will be figuring out what commercials we get. Because we're all going to get different commercials, and that'll be
Oh,
hilarious.
that will be funny.
Will that screw up the sync? I mean, will we all
Might,
get
Might.
because we might get
commercials
different
that are
commercial
exactly?
breaks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because of timing. That'll be fun
Yeah.
though. I mean, it'll still be the same length because that's how they'll do that. But it'll
No, it could be different lengths of commercial breaks depending on what they.
right. But the overall show will wind up being still the same.
Oh yeah.
So that'll be kind of wild.
Yeah. We could just pause it after each break in the show.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like how we're figuring this out instead of reviewing the episode.
in real time.
In real time,
Yeah.
we're letting the legal
All right,
department
we'll talk
of
about it
Paramount listen to us as far as what I was trying to do legally.
Yeah.
Which, of course, you can tell that the writers of all of them at Paramount for all of Trek listen to this show because they listen to everything I say and do the exact opposite because they know I'm wrong.
That's right.
So there you go.
Mm-hmm.
With that said, with this episode of Lower Decks, it was all about the Lower Decks, and we don't mean just the Lower Decks of Cerritos. We mean the Lower Decks of...
You mean the Ritos?
The Ritos. I love that.
The Ritos.
I know, I love that.
Yeah.
So...
God, if they don't sell those shirts, they're doing it wrong.
They're doing it wrong, yeah. So why don't we sell those shirts? Anyway.
What? Remember the other shirt last season? They had that weird, goofy shirt, like it was like some special event. They never sold those shirts.
Yeah, the choo-choo thing, the choo-choo song.
Yeah,
thing. Yeah, they never sold those. Somebody did though, and made some money. Which reminds me, did we ever get those shirts made with the design that a certain someone sent into us that we all said we need that shirt? Did we ever do that?
No, we never did.
We got to do that.
I made stickers and I have them. I got to show them to you guys.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. We got to do that. We got to go back and make those shirts. Anyway, because those are fantastic. So.
Yeah.
No, and so we had Lower Decks of a Vulcan ship, which was hysterical because she's clearly losing her mind.
You are out of control.
Yeah.
Whatever do you mean?
Then we had
get a hold of yourself.
Then we had the Lower Decks of a Packlet ship, which was great because they're just sitting there doing nothing.
They're just bigger idiots.
They're just even bigger idiots.
The bridge crew.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was great.
Then we had Lower Decks of the Klingon ship, which I loved that. That was probably my...
Oh, that was hilarious.
That was my second favorite out of the other Lower Decks. But my favorite one was at the very end of the show, and it was the Lower Decks of the Borg Cube, and it showed 4 of them just sitting there in their things doing absolutely nothing. It was great.
That's what they would do.
That's what they would
Lower
do,
Decks.
yeah. I mean, it was they're just backup drones. That was pretty good. Well played.
It was
well played. But anyway,
hilarious.
and they also, one of the great things they did in this episode too was they've actually managed to do this nice thing that we've talked about trying to get Trek back to again, where each one of these episodes are episodic, right? They're just one show after another. They don't really have anything to do with the one before or the one after, but yet they find little ways to tie them all together, right? Like we see Shax now has this,
this pottery
thing to stave back his anger. And what was that line? What was that line he had with the trying to always kill fascism is you have to always kill fascism or whatever it was that he was saying.
Something like that,
which I found hysterical. So there's still some trauma there with him. And they bring all that through, but then of course they actually go back to the very underlying premise of what's currently going on in the Trek universe, which is this issue with the Packlets, right? And now we know who's behind the issue with the Packlets. It's this Klingon ship that's got an idiot as a captain, and the lower deckers have to overcome the idiot as a captain, right? So it's pretty good. Oh, and of course the Targ has to pass a leg. That was brilliant.
Yeah. I like that the lower decker on the Klingon ship who, spoiler alert, he becomes the captain of the ship in the end. But I like him for one reason and one reason only.
What's
he
that?
was nice. He was nice to the dog.
Yeah,
yes.
he was.
He was nice to the dog,
and the dog liked him
too.
too.
And the dog came to his rescue.
Yep.
And it goes back to the, I'm probably going to butcher it, but there's an old saying, something basically like, dogs are better judges of character than people are.
Right.
I butchered it.
That's okay.
I said you ought to be nice to
screenwriting tip.
Right, you just got to be nice, right?
Yeah, there's an old screenwriting tip that says that, if you want to write a bad guy, have him kick a dog, and people will.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, just like this.
And I killed Sparky too.
That's right. How dare she?
Oh man, it's amazing when I actually have audio clips on hand. It's fun.
So the the female Vulcan lower decker who was completely out of control. She saved the day.
Nuts.
She
Losing her
saved
mind.
the day, even though she was a raving lunatic on that ship.
Yep.
At the end, she's relieved of her position, and her captain tells her that he's recommending she be reassigned to a Starfleet vessel.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So is she going to be the newest lower decker on the Cerritos?
I mean, I think that's what it seems
I
like.
hope she's on the lower deckers, but I also like what they just set up as a premise or canon here, right? How do Vulcans wind up in Starfleet? Because on the Vulcan ships, they're too crazy. Send them to the humans. So all the Vulcans that are in Starfleet are too crazy for
are
regular
actually
Vulcans.
the worst
They're the
Vulcans
worst
ever.
Vulcans ever. Yeah.
Mhm.
Dude, isn't that great? Isn't that amazing?
Which what does that say? What does that say about humans? Because whenever there's a Vulcan on a Federation ship, they're always like the best at everything.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
So if the worst Vulcan is better than the best humans,
Better at what, though? Better at what, right? There's always that nice little juxtaposition. Yes, they're logical.
Mhm.
Yes,
Yeah.
they're smart. Yes, they can think in terms of all this data a lot faster than a human can, but they lack that creativity. They lack that
Yeah.
intuition, and they beat that intuition out and creativity out of people, like what we just saw in this episode. So,
Mhm.
so yeah. I mean, anyway,
It
I
was
also
a
like-
episode, like all around.
yeah.
oh yeah, great.
Yeah.
I
great
also
episode.
like what they did with Boimler at the end.
Yeah.
That there's this junior officer who's looking for some guidance, and come to find out that the first officer steered him towards Boimler.
Yep.
Said,
Yeah.
stick with him. He knows what he's doing. He'll take care of you. So I kind of like to see Boimler's growth there. That he's not just a complete fuck up all the
He
time.
has
The last
completely
episode, he
grown.
was the only. He
Yeah.
was the only one who survived his scenario over and over and over and over and over again,
Yep.
and saved the day
Yep.
because of it. So
Mhm.
I like that. I like to see him growing.
His character
Yeah.
has definitely grown since the first episode of season 1. Big time.
Mhm.
Big time. So, and it's nice to see that because while it's been subtle and gradual, it's also very distinct from then to now. You know what I mean? Like there's
Yeah.
some episodes he
Do
kind
you
of falls
think we'll
back,
see the
but-
clone Boimler next season?
Oh, they got to bring it in somewhere somehow.
Yeah.
I mean, or bring it up that he died, like something, right? I mean,
Something.
I'm
Yeah.
sure they'll throw it in somewhere, because I don't think we've seen the last of Riker or Troy.
Right.
or
Oh
the
yeah,
Titan.
for sure.
I don't think we've seen the last of that, and I'm sure they'll continue
So
to
do you
throw
think
in
we're
people.
getting another big villain now that we've kind of wrapped up the Packlids?
Well, I don't know if we necessarily wrapped it. Well, will we wrap up the Packlids in the season finale? Probably, right? Because now they're going to Starfleet with the information about the Klingons being behind some of the Packlid aggression and all that, right? And so
Mhm.
that'll probably be the wrap up for the Packlids. You're right, but that'll be in the final episode.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know what the next season holds. I mean, they're already writing and already working on season 3.
I'm sure.
So
Yeah.
I know we had a news story about it somewhere that season
Oh,
2 and
that's
3
right.
were
Yeah,
being
yeah.
done at the same time, actually. So season 3.
That's Picard.
Oh, okay, I'm getting confused. Whatever.
It's okay.
Maybe they all are. I don't know. So,
Hmm.
well, I would imagine they'd probably release this again in August. I mean, why would they? I mean, that's August. Beginning of August is when Lower Decks is, 2 years in a row now. Why they're probably just going to stick with that.
Yeah.
So
Probably.
I mean, I wouldn't see them wanting to release a brand new show in July or June or May. That's the
Who
that's
knows?
the wrong time to release a brand new show.
I mean,
But
maybe for the kid shows. I don't know.
true, maybe for the kid shows, which of course Prodigy coming up here in a couple of weeks.
Mhm.
Is there a 1 week hiatus between the two, or is it just back to back?
I think it's like it's 1 week or 2 weeks, something like that.
So
Because Prodigy's right at the end of the month.
yeah, 1 week between the two because it's the 14th and 28th, I believe.
And then I think Prodigy gets like 2 weeks, and then Disco starts up or something like that.
Oh man,
Yeah.
it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be a lot.
Get your tissue boxes.
Oh jeez, someone's gonna be crying. It ain't gonna be me.
Somebody.
Actually, I'm gonna probably be angry. So for me, I just need something to smash.
You know what we should do is get like a one of those like spinning wheels and put all the character names and be like, all right, who's crying this week? We'll spin the wheel.
Yeah. That's pretty
That'd be
good.
a funny bit.
That is.
yeah.
Yeah, we could put that up.
Yeah.
I could put that spinning wheel over here on the side of the screen and just have that thing going and see where it falls.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty good.
Put Michael on there like 80 times, and then all the other characters like once or twice.
Oh man,
It's about accurate.
well, Tilly would have to be on there at least a couple times.
Yeah, for sure. Tilly cries.
We'd have to put Snarky in there at least once for Jet Reno if she even show. Oh, actually, that's what the part would be for her is which character.
She's in the
shows
trailer.
Up. Yeah, well, and I'm saying per episode, which character shows up and which one doesn't. Is Reno in this one or not? Right? Because she's in like 3 episodes a year, and she needs to be in all.
So when does that one start? When does Discovery start?
November something.
Yeah.
November, and then what's after that? Picard, and then
I think
Strange New Worlds.
Strange New Worlds. I haven't said yet.
Yeah.
I don't think they've nailed that down yet, but that's where we are right
Strange
now.
New Worlds, they said, is in February, but we don't know what day in February.
Oh, geez, they're gonna have that going in parallel with Picard still running.
No, Picard is February.
I was going to say,
right.
yeah, Picard's February.
And Strange New World is sometime in 2022.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
yeah. Disco starts up November 18th. So
yeah, I had that in my head somewhere, but November 19th's wife's birthday, so I was thinking, I think 18th can't be right, but whatever.
Which then means Prodigy's got a few weeks on its own, so that's probably good.
Yeah. We'll have to take. We'll probably have to take a 1 week break in there somewhere. Because we'll.
We could after Lower Decks.
Yeah, we probably. We probably should because we're going to be nonstop again and through the holiday season for crying out loud. So
yeah,
we probably should.
That sounds good.
To make sure we have a full head of steam going into Disco, so I can release it all onto that.
So we can get sued.
You know what? I know exactly how you feel, though.
I mean,
I see the trailer and it's like. Okay,
yeah.
I know that this is a show that I'm going to watch, but I'm not excited about it.
Did you hear that underlying comment though by Daniel? So we can be prepared to get sued. I think this is Daniel's biggest worry about me doing a live show. He's just waiting for me to say something we're gonna get sued over. He's not.
Nah, that's not my big concern. I have others.
Oh well.
Yeah.
You're stuck with me, man.
I know. Oh, I know.
That's amazing.
So it was a good episode.
Chad's like herpes. He never really goes away.
No,
just like STD. Star Trek Discovery. We're stuck with it.
God.
I got Walter.
So
I know, but once you have it,
I got Walter.
That's what I'm calling it. I got Walter.
Yep, you did. You poor bastard. For the rest of your life with this show.
There you go.
Just think of my poor.
What else about this episode? It was pretty straightforward.
It was good.
Yeah.
It was the first time
it was
they
good.
did these juxtapositions of 3 different versions of their same show, right? Which was nice.
Yeah.
Which was it was actually refreshing from the standpoint. It wasn't kind of the same old slapstick, really. It was.
Yeah, I did like that it was different that way.
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
Did you catch Boimler's shirt?
The Hawaiian one or what?
No, when they when Tendi and the cat doctor were rock climbing and he had his jet boots.
Yeah.
Boimler was wearing a shirt that says "Go climb a rock." That's the same shirt that Shatner was wearing in Star Trek V.
Yep.
Oh, nice.
And of course, he was doing the same thing that Spock was doing with the boots.
Doing the same thing with the jet boots. The jet boots that we saw exactly
One
once in Star Trek canon was in that movie.
All they were missing was him to have in his hand a little thing that was making marshmallows.
I know. I wanted to see the marshmallow maker. They need to recanonize the marshmallow maker.
Yeah.
That's funny.
That was great.
Yeah, I like the safety protocols were on and he just falls.
And she goes, "Yeah, I don't know, whatever," and she keeps climbing.
Yeah, she doesn't care.
Doesn't care. It's pretty good.
She's probably the best doctor since Phlox. She does not give a shit.
Oh no,
I'm telling you,
she's good.
She's Pulaski as a cat.
Yeah,
That's her whole.
Yeah.
And actually,
that's what the Bible. That's what the Bible says for the show.
Yeah.
Pulaski as a cat.
I bet you it probably does. Knowing those guys, I bet you it probably does. So
yeah.
That's pretty good. All right. Anything else about the show? We're down to the finale.
We're down to the finale.
We're gonna watch it together live and do reactions to it over on Discord. That means we're gonna do it Thursday night well, we can do it whenever, but I would assume we have to figure out a time for Thursday night, and then we better just blast that to everybody and let them know.
Yeah.
And to get in our Discord if you want to have reactions to it and listen to our reactions to it and your reactions to it too. Now, that'll be the fun thing. How many people am I going to have to just mute so they shut up?
Ooh, yeah.
Or are you going to mute me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out during the week between us, and then we'll announce it on social media and we'll make it happen.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll put a when we do that, one of the things that we can do over on the Discord is when we to figure out what the time is, we can post that time over there, and it'll do it with a little clock thing. I have that set up to where if they tap on it, you'll see it to where that their time is translated to our time anyway that we post is translated into their time.
How do you translate time?
I don't know because I can't do it. That's why
with the Universal Times Translator.
Yeah, UTC.
That's right.
UTC time. Yep.
Yeah.
So I have a bot that does it because I can't freaking figure that shit out. It's never right. Anyway.
Yeah.
Anything else we need to go over?
Speaking of time, did you guys watch What If? The finale of What If?
Oh yeah.
No, I haven't watched any of those yet. Not a single one.
No. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was very okay.
Very okay. Yeah.
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 That whole show was very okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Have you guys watched Foundation yet on Apple TV, or do you guys have the Apple TV?
I don't have Apple TV.
I don't have Apple TV.
I have a Samsung phone.
Well, then you're not going to have it yet.
Yeah.
Foundation's really good. Anyway, so the What If was just kind of okay. So would I? I mean, I love Marvel, so I would assume I would enjoy it, and I can watch it all in one shot now.
Ooh, I mean, I love Marvel too, and man, sometimes it was rough.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
It wasn't that great.
It wasn't that great.
I'm gonna skip it then.
I did watch on because we all have Paramount Plus, right?
Yep.
They have a movie, Queen Pins.
Okay, what's that?
It's apparently based on a true story.
Is it a bowling movie?
No, it's a brand new movie. It's on there. It's got,
Coupon ladies.
Yeah.
The coupon ladies.
The coupon ladies. Yeah.
Now this is a really interesting question, and people have to answer this, whether it's on YouTube in the comments or on Facebook or wherever. Is it coupon or is it coupon? Coupon?
It's coupon.
Or coupon?
It's coupon.
Coupon?
It's coupon.
Yeah, we say
it's not a coupon.
Yeah, we say coupon. I say coupon, and most people I know say coupon. I know.
Well, as we know, Chad is wrong.
Yeah.
Once again,
every day.
Yeah,
every day.
But it's got Kristen Bell in it. It's a really good movie. Like it's interesting, really well done. Okay. It's fun. So
Yeah, it does look really good. My wife and I were talking about trying to find some time to watch it.
Oh, you know what? Yeah. What? Yeah, perfect.
It's a good one to watch with your significant other.
Yeah. Oh,
all
yeah.
Right. Good.
Yeah.
Your wife, your husband, your whatever.
Yeah. Mail or ride, whatever you want to watch it with.
Your dog. Paddington.
Your
watch it with Paddington.
Yeah, your Paddington.
Holographic spouse.
Holographic spouse.
Blow up doll.
Blow up doll. Your real doll.
Okay, don't let me go down this hole.
I think we're done.
Don't let me go down this rabbit hole. We're done.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Yeah.
Good show as always. We'll see you back here next week. Also, I should go through the outro, I guess. Phone number is 816-287-0448. Call us. Leave a voicemail. We love getting these voicemails. This last one from last week was hysterical. We love that. We'll play them on the show, whatever it is you have to say. Hey, call in and give us a 30-second ad for your business or your website development company or whatever. We'll play it. I don't care. Doesn't matter to us. So give us a call. 816.
Hey, wait. I'm trying to develop something.
Yeah, exactly. Go ahead.
Oh,
call into the show.
No, just the. Yeah. It's because you guys know I'm doing great with the fasting.
Yeah.
So I'm developing dice that you can roll, and it's fasting dice, and it's just You roll them, you get your fasting window and your eating window, and you can change it up every day.
And I'm supposed to do something
it's
for
pretty
you
cool.
on that, and I just remembered it when you just said that.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry. We'll talk about this offline,
It's okay.
and I'll get to it. I have some time. I'm going to be 3D printing some things today, so I'll get it fit in.
Yeah,
So,
sweet.
Sorry about that, man. It's just been crazy.
Yeah, down the road, I'm going to do a crowdfunding campaign for it, but right now I'm just trying to build my email list and get it going.
Well, then think of a little ad you want, right? And have the website or however you're going to collect these email addresses, and then call into the show.
Yeah, fastingdice.com right now. People
there
can
it
go.
is, fastingdice.com right now. Everybody go and do it. That's an awesome thing. Cool.
There's video of them, the whole deal.
Hold on.
I'm talking to manufacturers right now to get a big load when it's time to fulfill orders.
He's going to get a big load. Fasting.
Big load.
Dice.com.
Other countries.
Fastingdice.com. Okay, it's up on the screen.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Cool. But yeah, obviously go to our Instagram, Trekcast TNG, which is what we get 5,000 over on the Instagram account. Are we almost there?
Just about, like just shy.
Yeah. So somebody get over there and follow, whatever you do on Instagram. I don't know. And comment on one of the posts he makes. They're hysterical. I get to see him, even though I don't get to see him on Instagram because he sends them to us.
I got one that I loved, and it was one of the characters from Planet of the Apes, and it says that when William Shatner gets back from space, we should all dress like this.
Yes.
Use the hell out of him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
So.
He better be wearing a Starfleet uniform when he goes up. I mean, that's all I'm saying.
No, they already showed his uniform.
Oh, okay.
He's gonna look like a Smurf.
What?
Yeah, it's a big blue uniform.
Like Enterprise?
Kind of, but it's Blue Origin or whatever it is.
Totally missed. Come on, put him in a Captain Kirk. I mean, son of a. Anyway.
It says W Shatner on it because
it does. It says W Shatner.
I mean, is there any other Williams on this flight? What's going on?
How can it not say Kirk? I don't understand. What the hell's wrong with people? Anyway.
Or
it should say Denny Crane. I mean,
it should say Captain
Hooker.
Shatner at least.
The Shat. I mean,
yeah, honorable or honor captain
something,
or whatever.
Something. Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, and then of course go follow us on Twitter, Trekcast TNG over on Twitter. I believe is it still that. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
it's something like that. And then and then of course over on Discord, which I will put a link again, updated for Discord in our chat, so you guys have it to put wherever you're going to put it. And then I'll go post it on Twitter, and I'll do that right now, Daniel, and I'll give you the login for Twitter while I'm doing that right now.
Oh,
so
sweet!
You finally have it.
Then I can take over.
Then you can take over because I'm doing nothing on Twitter.
Yeah.
So maybe you'll be the one that gets it up to 5,000 over there, just like you did Instagram. So.
Yeah,
I'll try. You probably will because you're awesome at that stuff, and we really appreciate you doing that. By the way.
Yeah, it's fun.
So, yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else? I guess that's it for Trekcast.
That's it.
All right.
That's it.
We'll see you here in just a few short days for the finale of Lower Decks Season 2.
May the force be with you.
Yeah, exactly.
Always.
How did the Mariners say that with the whole live long and prosper, bitch, or something? What did she end up doing? When she did the snarky Vulcan. Anyway, whatever.
Yeah.
All right.
I was out late. I'm tired. I don't know.
So am I. I'm just, yeah, whatever. I got a full day. All right. We'll see you guys later. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Well, there you have it. Another episode in the can. Check us out at Trekcast.com. Also, if you would, please subscribe to us via iTunes. Leave those reviews. Subscribe to us. We'll get some numbers, get up the list, get more listeners, do more shows, have more fun. But for now, we're all done. So live long and prosper, and we'll see you next week.
My two dads are the same dad. But they're both leaving.
It's gonna be okay, kid. Sometimes losing people is part of life. But that doesn't mean you stop letting them in.